Hello everyone. Welcome to Daily English Practice. Enhance your English listening and speaking skills through stories. Chapter 1. The Wise Pigeon. Deep in a vast, green forest, a flock of pigeons lived peacefully. They spent their days flying over the golden fields, drinking from the cool river, and resting in the shade of ancient trees. Among them was Champa, a wise and kind pigeon. He was not the fastest flyer, nor the strongest, but he had something more valuable: wisdom and patience. Champa often warned the younger pigeons, beware of hunters. They hide in the shadows and set traps. Never land in an unknown place without thinking first. The other pigeons respected him, and even when they were hungry, they listened to his advice. But one day, their patience was tested. Chapter 2. The Hunter's Trap. One morning, the flock flew over a dry field. They had traveled far and were very hungry. Suddenly, a young pigeon named Tino cried out, "Look! Grains on the ground! So much food!" Below, the ground was covered with golden rice grains, glistening in the sun. It looked like a feast. Some pigeons hesitated, but their hunger was stronger than their caution. One by one, they landed to eat. Champa, still in the sky, saw something strange. The rice was too perfect, spread evenly, as if someone had placed it there on purpose. "Stop! Come back!" Champa cried. "It's a trap." But it was too late. The pigeons pecked happily at the rice, but the moment their feet touched the ground, snap! A huge net fell from the trees, trapping all of them. Chapter 3. The Hunter Arrives. In the distance, footsteps approached. A hunter, dressed in brown clothes, smiled as he saw his catch. "What luck," he said. "Today I shall take all these pigeons to the market and sell them." The pigeons fluttered, screamed, and flapped their wings, but the net was too strong. Champa, who had not landed, watched from above. His heart pounded. He had to save them. Chapter 4. The Power of Unity. The pigeons inside the net were panicking. Some pulled in one direction, others in another, making things worse. Champa flew down and said, "Listen to me, my friends. If we try to escape alone, we will fail. But if we work together, we can be free." The pigeons looked at him with hope. "But how?" Champa asked Tino. Champa explained, "On the count of 3, all of you must flap your wings together. We will lift the net into the sky." Some pigeons doubted it would work, but they had no other choice. 1, 2, 3. All at once, the pigeons flapped their wings as hard as they could. And then, something incredible happened. The net rose into the air. The hunter, who had been approaching, stumbled back in shock. "What? This is impossible," he shouted, dropping his sack. The pigeons, lifting the net like a giant kite, flew higher and higher. The hunter ran after them, but they were too high to reach. Chapter 5. The Clever Mouse. The pigeons had escaped, but the net was still around them. They could not fly freely. Champa knew they needed help. "Follow me," he called. He led them deep into the forest, to the home of his old friend Biru, the clever mouse. Biru was small but quick-witted. When he saw the trapped pigeons, he nodded. "I see what must be done," Biru said. "I will chew through the net and set you free." With his sharp teeth, Biru began biting and gnawing at the ropes. Snap! Snap! The net began to loosen. One by one, the pigeons wiggled free. Soon, the last pigeon flew out, finally free. Chapter 6. The Hunter Learns a Lesson. Back in the field, the hunter searched the skies, hoping the pigeons would return. But they never did. When he went back to his net, all he found was torn ropes on the ground. The hunter sighed. Perhaps I should stop trapping animals, he muttered. They are cleverer than I thought. And from that day on, he left the pigeons alone. Chapter 7. A Lesson for Life. Back in the sky, the pigeons cheered for Champa and Biru. Tino, the young pigeon, bowed his head. Champa, I should have listened to you before. You were right. Champa smiled. Wisdom is just as important as food, my friend. And today, we learned that together, we are stronger than any trap. From that day on, the pigeons were more careful, never landing without checking the ground first. And whenever they saw a hunter below, they remembered. Unity is the key to freedom. Subscribe the channel for more interesting stories.